Eyes down for Afternoon, folks. Monday. Back brakes are done, and I forgot to film it. What an idiot. But there's one thing I can say to you that nobody seems to tell you apart from one video on YouTube. That is, when you order the repair adjusters for your back brakes, which incidentally are the drum inside the back discs, they are sometimes too long, and you need to cut sometimes nearly 1/4 of an inch off them. So if you get this, he said, if you get this thing here and you measure between those two slots, the bottoms of those two slots there and there, and you make sure that your adjuster's minimum setting is the same as that, then your adjuster will fit. If you fit the adjuster as you buy it, you'll find it's too long and the brakes won't go back together. So you want to match the adjuster when it's closed to that distance between there and there. Right? Other than that, it's straightforward job of stripping ordinary brake shoes down and putting them back together. It's fiddly, but we've done it. We've adjusted it up and the back brake is now absolutely rock on. So all we have left to do is one boot on the front wheel, and I promise faithfully I will film that for you. I bet you're all shouting, "No, please don't, please don't." Well, I'm going to. Bye now. Morning, folks. Tuesday, and it's Dread Deeds Daily Done. If I can kneel down here and show you that joint there, which, can you see it? Yes, I'm sure you can see that, can't you? There's the new rubber in place and back in. And what we've done this time is we've jacked it up at both sides so that the body is level. Now, although this is counterintuitive, it does give you a little bit more free play on the anti-roll bar, so that you can just, it's not easy, but it's easier to get the lower wishbone low enough to just pop the bolt back over the wishbone and into the hole. So that is it. That's the final mechanical job done. I can put the nut back on, tighten up the drive shaft, and mechanically we're done. Okay, we'll soon get on to something interesting. Bye now. There it is, folks, all done, apart from a bloody bulb which I haven't got one of. It's an oddball. It's a 10 watt small envelope, so I'm gonna have to pop into town to get one of these, which we'll do right now. Okay, bye now. Good morning, people. It's 10 o'clock and we're at Langtoft. If you remember, 3 years ago, yes, 3 years ago, we started here, Commando Gardening. We moved this wood bin forward and we were going to start fencing here. We did a bit of clearing, we got all the wood, and the next day COVID lockdown hit. In fact, if you look carefully over there, you can still see the piece of white string that we had set up to get a straight line for the first few posts. Well, it never happened because of the COVID lockdown. But what did happen was the wood got piled up in this little thicket here, ready for us to start, and turned green. And then, thanks to one of our neighbours and his father, our stepfather, they were on a keep fit thing, and on their keep fit thing they took the timber and they created that new fence over there because the dogs kept escaping the makeshift ramshackle good for nothing fence that we put up. Now we have a new fence. Believe it or not, they put all these posts in about 2 hours, right? And came next weekend, concreted the posts in and put all the rails on in another couple of hours. And what we're going to do now is continue right up there and back to the back of that bin so that we've got a decent fence along the roadside. It's not a boundary fence because we own it right to the road, right? But there it is, and all we have to do now is put wire on this. But what we also have to do, what we're going to do today, is take these trees down, these old dead trees down, and we're going to move all these bricks back onto the pile where they were before the dogs attacked them. And then we're going to clear out down this hedge side and get all this scrap out. And the metal's going to go for scrap and the wood's going to get burned. And then we're going to clear all this top off and we'll be back to tidy again. So that's the recipe today, Jim. There's only one problem. I've just arrived here and had to drag Keith out of bed because last night one of the dogs decided to have puppies and it was in the house, and over a period of about 3 or 4 hours in the early morning it had 5 puppies, which are all healthy and doing well. But unfortunately that means Keith and Angela have been awake half the night, so we'll probably get a bit of a slow start, but no matter, a start we will get. Right, that'll do. Poor abandoned tractor. It's not really abandoned, it's spare parts. This is the good tractor. Oh, it's out. He's got it out of the polytunnel. Right, I'll see you all later. Bye now. And so it begins. Professor Dumbledore and me are going to clear this area to give us access to the other side of the fence. Then we're going to start stacking the metal up just down here, ready to be picked up by the trailer. And we're going to start chucking the wood through, or bringing the wood back this way to burn. So we need to clear this area first and get all the dead wood out. So off we go. And here we are, folks. It's an hour after we started. We've got all this metal out and we're progressing down the line. So we'll carry on. Yes, folks, it's a bit like the Somme. Tangled wire, but luckily nobody's shooting at us. So the next job is to clear this area of wire and then start dragging those pallets out this way for a bit of a conflagration. We're also going to take all this dead wood out and cut down some selected elder trees, or rather pull down some selected rotten dead elder trees, like that one just there, which is obviously deared and probably will just pull out of the ground. But when you break them down like that, and when you pull them out by the roots, they do tend to regrow, whereas if you leave them like that, they just rot and fall over. Okay, onward. Bye now. Yeah.
It's been really beautiful.
You really can't do Commando Gardening without a good bonfire. And that's what I call a good bonfire. Right, let's see how we're going. Oh, the heat. The massive heat. Watch out for the wire. Round we go. It's getting better by the minute. We can now actually get all the way to this end. All these bricks have got to go back in here because that's where they came from. Underneath here, this concrete pad here was actually the home guard hut during the World War II. So these elder trees have had it, they're coming down. That one we think we'll leave because it's an ash, and it looks like it's broken through the concrete, so the concrete can just get ripped up eventually. But these bricks are the remains of 3 houses that were just up there near the polytunnel, and they went up the field. So there you go. But here we are. We've got rather a lot of real estate here, held back by a sheet of tin. Well, all that'll have to come out, and all this is going to be cleared down right to this corner. But we've actually made it to the corner. We've actually made it to the corner, and that's the end of our land there. So all this lot's going to get raked down. All the dead wood's going to get taken out and burned, and then we're going to half dig some of these snowdrops and transfer them all the way along, so that it looks decent. But I mean, the problem is with these elder trees is the fact that they grow up and they fall down, they acidify the soil underneath them, nothing grows underneath them, and they kill everything. So you end up with, wherever you've got elder trees, you just end up with masses of dead wood and nothing growing. But we're gonna cure that. In fact, I think to say we've only done a few hours here, we've done rather well. Right, back to it. Bye now. 3:30, and all my stamina's gone. But as you can see, we have made a huge difference. A huge, huge, huge difference.
60 pots.
Right, I'll go and show you what it looks like from the road. Bye now. We are, folks. There's all the metal frames we've moved. They're old pig crates, and this is all the area we've cleared. Right down to there. We just have that corner to do tomorrow, and we're done. That big fence with the fancy top there, you can see, is the edge of ours. So ours comes straight down here. So that's the boundary. So we'll clear all this dead wood up as well. Give it all a rake down. Clear all this dead wood, get that all burnt. I'm a bit worried about that tree. Can you see that at the bottom there? There's the trunk. It looks like it's a very rotten tree, and yet if you look at how high it goes, it's also a very tall tree. And I think that one's a bit the same as well. I think that one's a bit the same. But we've had a lot of wind. They haven't come down. So there you go. Right. There you go. As the sun sets over in the west, I'll bid you all goodbye. I'll bring you back tomorrow. See you later. Bye now. Morning, folks. Friday. And we've got to the end. It's 12 o'clock. We're just about to break for a cup of tea. We've got all this iron out, all the rubbish out, all the trees out, all the dead wood out from down there. So that's looking a lot clearer now. We've got along right to this end, cleared it all out, and that pile there is on next doors, but technically it's a huge pile of topsoil, is that? So at a later date we might just rake some of that along here and give all this, chop this chalk down and give it a cover with topsoil so that it grows. But next job, we've got all this to clear up and burn. Right? I won't apologise about the wind. It's blasting straight down from Scandinavia and it's quite cold. But it's not unpleasant. There's plenty of sunshine and it's not unpleasant. And there's a beautiful panoramic view over the village of Langtoft. There you go. Right, so go for a cup of tea and we'll see you in a bit. Bye now. That's it, folks. 3 o'clock. The rain's slapping us in the face. It's really, when the wind blows, it's icily cold. In fact, oh no, it's not. I was going to say that was snow, but it's not. It's ash, but it feels like sleety snow because it's coming down. And we've had enough. But all the bricks are cleared. It's all raked off. Most of the sticks are gone. All the rubbish wood's gone on that beautiful fire. And generally speaking, we're looking a lot clearer. We're just taking this elder down and taking that elder down, and then we're more or less finished. Need to tidy this pile of bricks up a bit.
We need to put the wire on.
And put the wire on, yeah. So we now got a clear go either side to get the wire on. Right, that's it, folks. It's Friday and it's packing up time. So, with a smoky fire and a really rotten old fence post that is actually creosoted and burning like mad. Sorry, Greta. I'll bid you all a good farewell. Sniff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm still getting 70% of people who are watching and not subscribed. Just press the button, it doesn't cost anything. And it helps the channel, helps me forward. So, I'll see you all next week. Bye now. Sunday night sunset out at church. In Duffield. From my front door. Beautiful stratified sky. Bye now.